Welcome back to the Diversity Project. I am your host, Rhonda Kulch, and today's episode, we are welcoming some of Long Island's finest people that serve our communities during the holiday season. You know, it's so warm when you meet people who are just such just amazing, good people that love philanthropy. They love giving back. They love seeing the smiles on families' faces and children's faces. And of course, during the holiday season, it's so special and so important that we make sure that our families on Long Island are protected and they realize that there are people out there that care about them. And, you know, especially this year with everything that has happened with our pandemic, the loss of jobs, the loss of lives, and unfortunately, the instability of our social service system, we're doing whatever we can to bring awareness to the organizations that are there to help during this time in need. So in studio right now, we have the one and only Gary Brown with the Dream 68 Foundation. I know you've been a guest on our show in the past talking about giving thanks for our holiday season. And we also have Heidi Felix, who is just one of those amazing philanthropic go-givers. Just look her up and you will know exactly what I mean. So thank you both so much. I know that there are a million places you can be during this holiday season, and the fact that you're here with us right now is so special. So welcome both of you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us.
So I'm going to start with you, Gary. So we know that you have the Dream 68 Foundation, and we've already had you on the show where you focused about giving back to the families in need for Thanksgiving. So now this particular segment, we're going to be speaking in reference to what our holiday season looks like for, I want to say, Christmas and on Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever somebody celebrates. So tell me a little bit about what the Dream 68 Foundation is doing this year and what we can do to support your initiative.
Well, this year, like you said earlier, it's a very strange year for us, uncharted territory. Because we weren't able to do fundraisers, we weren't able to, and I don't feel right soliciting people because everybody's going through a hard time right now, whether they want to admit it or not. But the homeless people and the people without still have nothing. So actually, thanks to LifeVac and their donations, they help me take care of Thanksgiving. And we're chipping in as a community to help the kids for Christmas. We do a project toy every year, which you're helping us with. Mm-hmm. And there's probably anywhere between 250, 300 kids at this shelter. And without us, a lot of them will go without on holiday seasons, and I just try and provide. I wish I could provide to all the kids and everybody without, because it makes a difference. The kids didn't choose to be in this situation. People fall in hard times, whether it's lost jobs, whether it's home fires, whether they're moving to the state from someplace else and they know how difficult it is. There's all walks of life of people in these shelters, and you know, some people you would never think would end up there, from Wall Street and things of that nature. Mm-hmm. So it's very important for us to protect the youth, give them what they need to keep that dignity and keep that pride alive, to grow into something that they know that they don't want to be, you know? Yeah. So if I could help out and you know, put a smile on somebody's face or help a parent take the burden off just a little bit, I feel I did my job, because it's priceless to see those people and when they get food. And it's like, you know, you really don't think when you look at Long Island that you have homeless of that size. And it is. You know, in the city, it's out in the streets, so you see it more. But there's a lot of kids in public schools that are homeless. There's a lot of kids that walk on the street in the park that are homeless, and you really don't know if you don't ask or if you don't open your eyes to see. Unfortunately, I was able to see it, and now that I have seen it, I can't unsee it. So the Gary Brown way.
So now you have to do something about it.
That's just who I am.
And you know what happens, and obviously I've been working in a very similar space for so many years, you know, there's not a one size fits all. And I think a lot of people stereotype the types of people that you will find within the shelters. But if you actually spend time getting to know who they are and the stories that led them to their temporary need of assistance, it would blow your mind. These are amazing people that were stricken on hard times. Some of my biggest volunteers for the projects that we work on come from the shelters. Not all of them, but there are a good amount of people that want to help where they can, and their circumstances will not stop them from hopefully becoming leaders within their own group.
Yeah.
Right. And so it's so important that when, I'm speaking with people that are in that shelter system, they don't want to be there. They just need the opportunity to transition and get back on their feet. And, it's so important that what I'm hearing is that you want to support, these 250, 300 children. Tell me a little bit about what your process is like to gather the information for these families.
Well, gathering the information, once I made my first pit stop at a shelter in Brentwood, I was there with a team. It was 4 or 5 of us together. And the very next year, the guys were like, yeah, we're going on vacation this year. And I'm like, but what about what we did last year? And they were like, yeah, come on, let's go on vacation. Let's do something else. And I'm like, no, I'm kind of hooked. I'm sold. So since then, my organization's been doing it by ourselves. And it's actually kind of better. It's not a lot of chefs in the kitchen, so to speak. Mm-hmm. You got one person calling the shots and laying things out and putting a plan together instead of Grandma Betty making a pie and somebody else doing this and that. We're doing group shopping. Anthony Mastrioni from McConey Manor and Dang Barbecue is really the backbone to making this all happen for me. He gives his facilities, his workers, his kitchens, his freezers, his refrigerator vans to help provide this meal. And at the same time, he still provides meal for local people that come to his place to pick up food. Like, he's doing a lot of double duties, and he's like, Gary, I'm in with you no matter what. So now our situation is getting revenue, just gaining some money, not to overdo anything, but just enough to make you go by. So, like I said, thanks to Life Act, they helped us out with Thanksgiving. I'm going to take a deep breath at Thanksgiving and work on Christmas after the day of Thanksgiving because I have a lot going on right now and it gets overwhelming and I only can handle what I need to handle. So I got like 2 weeks to just focus on Thanksgiving, make all of that go well, and then Christmas will get all my focus after that. And thanks to you and what you're going to do.
Yeah. I mean, for those, what Gary is saying is, for those of you that know me, you know that this would be our 11th year doing Holiday Dream, where we service over 500 families that are in need. And because of COVID and the restrictions, Holiday Dream this year has decided to partner and collaborate with other organizations on Long Island so that together we are stronger. So we have chosen the Dream 68 Foundation as one of the organizations that we will be helping this year. So whether you would like to donate directly to Gary's organization, directly to his initiative to helping the children that are in the shelters, or you could reach out to Holiday Dream. Either way, your dollars or your gifts, especially gift cards. I don't know about you and what's going to be happening, but for those of you that follow me on social media, I threw out a good old, gift card. So if you are listening and you are a business, one of the fun things that we're asking people to do is get your crew together. Speak to the people in your office. If you are interested, we are doing a gift card initiative, and we're asking corporations to sponsor a gift card drive. So if you have 12 people in your office and everybody would commit to maybe a $20 gift card, it could be anywhere. Right? I mean, Gary, you'll be the first, and Heidi, it could be Target, Target, Walgreens, CVS, Dunkin' Donuts, Starbucks. Kids don't care. What we're looking to do is, do whatever we can to give back. Even as crazy as it sounds, when we're shopping during the holidays, people get Kohl's Cash. So I'll ask people, donate to us your Kohl's Cash. We have shoppers. Again, and if Dream 68 does not, we do. We have shoppers who say, thank you for your $200 in Kohl's Cash, and they'll go to Kohl's and they'll shop off of our wish list for the children and the families that we service. So we're always looking at creative ideas. And this year, what we're doing with Holiday Dreams is we are collaborating with other organizations, and Dream 68 is no different. I think the two of us working together and the power in numbers, I think that's really the core. We just had John Thiessen on from the John Thiessen Children's Foundation, and he was saying, collaboration is important because we also want to make sure that those families who need help are getting it. And there are multiple families, unfortunately, that hit every list out there. So we want to try to weed those people out. So stay tuned. I'm going to keep you guys in studio, but we need to go to a quick commercial break.